Hello everyone, this is Chachi. With me is Maxwell.
Hello.
Welcome back to Air Combat, or as it's known everywhere else, Ace Combat. The prequel, the precursor rather, to...
Fight and flight.
Yeah, there's no fight or flight here. Flight is understood. If by flight you mean run away, fuck that. I came here to get paid. And we get paid by doing a dang thing. And the thing is, I forgot how the menu works in this game, so I just started a new file.
Whoops.
One moment, please.
No, we did this last time.
And we already got told about creamy air forces. Cream of mushroom jet fighter. Yep, that certainly is the intro cutscene we're not going to bother with again. Whew. All right.
Here we go.
Piss.
What?
I fumbled the controller, and I may have hit the confirm and start buttons at the same time. It turns out both those things advance you in the menu, so we'll take it one more time around the wiggle.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. They say that things come in threes, usually deaths, but this time it is attempts to start a video game. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Load data. This one. Now, I'm not sure it saved my control config, so I'm going to just double check that everything looks right. No, that is all correct. Okay. Back to Title. Game continue. That looks like what we want.
Yeah.
Those good old 6x load speeds. Reducing the loading from agonizing to acceptable. Oh, good. We don't have any branches going right now. Let's see.
You know what I miss?
What's that?
Well, I don't miss memory cards for games. I miss the PlayStation little figures that they would have
the
to...
save icons.
Yeah,
were
yeah, the
very
save
cute.
icons.
Yes, I did quite like those as
Those
well.
had a lot of personality in them, and I'm really sad that it's not much of a thing anymore.
Yeah, they don't really do that. Okay, so we have an almost full aircraft stable because
Because you sold some.
Yeah, I sold one or two maybe. Let's see. We don't really need a
I
tornado.
think you sold two and bought one.
Yeah. I kind of want to get a Rafale. That's a very strong multi-role. Let's see. We got our Black Widow. We got the MiG-29. There's the Thunderbolt. There's the Foxbat. Eagle. Hornet. Yeah, let's grab a Rafale since it is newly offered to us. Rafale is a French word because the RCO-1 is made by French aeronautics manufacturer Dassault. It's a hyphenated company name. I usually just abbreviate it to Dassault because I can never remember what the fuck the full name is. No, it's just Dassault Aviation. Rafale is a French word which literally means gust of wind. However, it is also used in a military sense to mean burst of gunfire. It's marketed as an omni-roll, which is basically Dassault being really extra with the way with the way they name their aircraft. Because I mean, we already had a word for planes that fill multiple roles in a combat theater. It's called a multi-roll. But Dassault,
that's boring.
They wanted to nail home that the Rafale is a mean motherfucker, and historically speaking, it's an extremely solid aircraft. Very few complaints. It's been in service for several decades and doesn't really show many signs of slowing down. It's in high demand among militaries around the world, and Dassault makes a tidy sum selling to smaller countries who don't have the manufacturing oomph to make their own air force.
There are no reference points on the ocean. Pay attention to the operation. Target mothership.
Take out the mothership.
Yeah, I think the way our ops officer's speech is jittering is due to the way we have loading speeds increased. increasing the loading speed in RetroArch does cause... I can launch with support.
Bring a friend.
Yeah, I'll bring a friend. Let's see.
It's not like you're worrying about money here.
Yeah, not anymore. We've sort of hit critical mass. Sally in an A10. I could have her attack the fleet.
6 million wages. 7 million for one flight. These guys making bank.
Yep. No, see, this is a Eurofighter Typhoon. Can we see it when it pans around? No, the angle is just enough that you can't see the sort of rectangular intake on the underside. You can see, though, considering the look we have in the aircraft hangar, the Typhoon and the Rafale do share some similarities. The Rafale's canards up near the nose, I think, are a little smaller, which is one of the ways you tell. They also have very distinctively different air intakes. The thing is that all the high-level wingmen have very good aircraft, but I feel like I want to bring an F-15 with me. What to have Joe do?
Joe.
Yeah, we got two choices: guard my tail or go on your own. Let's have Joe stay close, just because if I'm making runs on these ships,
Yeah, you can't really focus on the other planes.
Yeah, I don't want to get smacked.
Makes sense to me.
Now, granted, I'm probably going to go maximum grog and attack the enemy planes first, but, you know. Alright, let's go, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
That's entirely different.
Is it, though?
Hey, look,
Is
they've got Typhoons. Hello. Yeah, it happens.
Just shove those down his throat.
Yep.
Woo.
It seems to work in every Ace Combat game.
Surprise when he...
Alright, where is
When you introduce an enemy plane to 2 missiles right in the cockpit, they go away.
1 missile right in the cockpit, that's fine, that's supportable. We can handle 1 missile in the cockpit. 2? Don't know. Don't like that. Let's see. He is not actually going to joust with us, the chicken shit.
Coward.
Face me. If you do not stand and fight, I will be forced to debate you. Face me, varlet. Ooh, you lucky tyke.
Is it luck or is it skill?
It's always a little bit of both. Yep,
He's got a good angle going.
that one.
One hit.
Good thing I've carried more missiles than any jet could in any way could.
Yeah, just make sure you've got enough to take out those, Whoop, this guy is,
He's doing an excellent job. I'm very proud of him. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see... What are we being pointed toward? Well, there's another F4. We're going to take care of him first. I'm kind of surprised that the ships aren't shooting at us more. Usually they make good use of their SAMs to harass you. I think these guys take 3 missiles.
Well, now time to focus on the ships.
Looks like we have 1 more fighter in the air. 2.
Ah. I wonder if they're just gonna keep respawning fighters.
That is possible.
If the ships are,
Yeah, they might have a carrier. I didn't take a close look. There's Joe. He's doing something out there.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down!
No, not fire yet.
Stay with him.
Too much curve.
Don't let him get away.
I got Froggy there.
Just miss. Don't let him get away. Stay with him.
He just waltzed right into that one.
Whew.
Not entirely certain why. Maybe he was tired. He's like, I'm so sick of these Star Wars.
Up ahead.
Alrighty. Are we jousting? We joust. We fight like men. Alright, Joe, let's get him.
Enemy in sight.
I'm not going for that one. That's too
Yeah,
steep of an attack angle.
Too close.
Enemy in sight.
You appear to be damaged already, and something is shooting a missile at me? Can't tell from where.
Enemy locked on target. Take it up. Too low. Fire.
Oops. Ooh. It clipped me a little bit. Let's see. He's still around.
I think there's been some body damage.
Yep. Yeah, your onboard helper certainly isn't shy about telling you that you have suffered light damage.
Yeah. I guess you've got to take out all 3 points.
Locked on target. Bingo!
Let's see. One of the nice things that the latter games do is that your icon is sub-imposed with enemy pips, so you don't, for example, cover them up with your gigantic plane while you're looking at the radar.
That's useful.
Alright, we are a little bit beyond visual range for this. There you are. Alright. So we're gonna make our pass.
Enemy in sight.
It's a shame you can only lock onto one.
Enemy locked on target.
Yeah,
But you can hit that one, or no, that's the one you already hit.
Yep, it is a sad boat. Sadly, the concept of special weaponry that has multiple targeting did not happen in the first Ace Combat game. I think they introduced that as soon as Ace Combat 2, though, and we'll be seeing that sooner or later. I'm just sort of muttering to myself as I do this, like I'm going to the grocery store or something.
Enemy in sight.
Just while you're flying and shooting down. Whoa, nice. Shooting down boats. Just think about, oh, what do I got to pick up? Oh, hey, more plane.
Did I leave the gas on?
Bogey on our 6.
Need milk, bread, eggs. Make some French toast when I get home.
That is a defeated boat. Therefore, we shall investigate who is
Bogey on our 6.
who is after me. Where are you? Ooh, F-14s. Rolling out the royal carpet for us. Here you. Let me get you.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down.
Oh, you're clever.
Enemy in sight.
However,
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Back one.
boy, that actually worked out fairly well. That was a pretty good visual, if I do say so myself. We fight like men. Alright, one pass isn't enough for this guy. He's made of stern stuff. Come at him inverted. No. Too steep. That missile would blow right over him.
Whew.
And we are down to 22 missiles, it looks like. There's 2 of them, no wonder. Alright, come here, you. Are you coming or going? Going. That's not a Kill 6 Billion Demons reference, but it can be if you want to.
I choose to believe Kill 6 Billion Demons is excellent. If you have not read it, highly recommend. Active webcomic, free online, just dive in as the good stuff.
People who are familiar with flight simulators and giant robot anime and stuff like that may have heard of the game Lancer. The person who releases Kill 6 Billion Demons is the same person who ran the very successful Lancer tabletop RPG Kickstarter. So if you like Lancer, that's something to sniff at. It's not so many robots in Kill 6 Billion Demons, but it's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Whoop.
That's where the planes are coming from.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I
nicked
was
ya.
arrogant, and he has... Joe, what exactly are you doing back there? I'm sure it's fine. He's contributing in some way, I'm certain.
Enemy in sight.
Huh. That missile I dumbfired actually did hit the conning tower. That's not bad.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
Don't crash into the ocean. And come back for what should be our last pass on this guy.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
So we're going for the aircraft elevator, maybe? Well, It's academic. They're all sunk now.
Yep. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was flying a little bit cocky and let myself get scratched up a bunch, but we weren't even really into the orange, so it's okay.
Yeah.
320 G's, who cares? we made 8.4 million smackadoodles on that mission, so we're fine. We paid for the cost of Joe. Very expensive coffee. Okay, what are we dealing with here? Aha. New aircraft available, though. Let's investigate that. So, we are looking... 16... Ah. Let's see. This... SF-39, SF-39... This sort of looks like... the Saab Gripen.
That's quite a paint scheme on it.
Yeah, I'm really sad that the default paint scheme is going to go away in favor of our Fireball colors.
Also, God, the only thing this really has going for it is incredible mobility.
Yep. It does look cool, though. Alright, what aircraft are we sitting on that I'm probably not going to come back to? With an Su-27, I don't really feel like I need to keep a MiG-29 around. That's the cancel button. Remember, kids, in Japan, circle is yes, and cross is no. Alrighty. This time shall be different.
I mean,
We're keeping...
in where is it not? Where circle is yes and cross is no.
like a lot of PlayStation games that were developed outside of Japan. Have you never noticed that?
I mean, I'm not really one who pays much attention to the controller setup, aside from when I need to. But like that, just that makes sense, where circle equals yes, because circle is like the universal symbol for yes, good job, while X, cross, is no, bad.
Man, I want my tiger paint job back. Whatever. Taking the new bird out for a spin will help me feel better. Let's see. That's mission. What do we go around? Okay, so now we got options. There's 13. I hope that's... We're gonna do mission 11. We've skipped it, apparently.
Port has become a key resupply facility for our forces. We cannot allow the enemy to cripple or recapture it. Current intelligence suggests the enemy is preparing
no, we are defending Navy Island.
Yeah, Navy Island has been captured by us in the previous stream, and now we must keep the enemies from going, hey, don't do that. But we will do that. There's nothing you can do about it. Sure, we'll launch with support. Joe... we're gonna leave you alone. Let's see... Oh, Anna is here. She wants 10 million to guard our tail. Or there's Yang, who wants even more. Let's be a little bit more frugal. How about... No, Sally's not good for an air intercept. We'll give Joe another try. Joe, just for your own, distract them. And we're going to take out our new jet. Yes, the Saab 39 is the Gripen. I thought I had that correct. boy. Soundtrack's going hard today.
Focus on our six. Stay with us. Take up, take off. Focus on our six.
Well, I clipped him with the guns. There we go.
Focus on our six.
Always nice to get a good gun KO. Now I need to get after that bomber.
Up ahead. Focus on our six.
There will be no rock lobsters. We are not going to the Love Shack. Get this B-52 out of here.
Boo!
Look, okay, I'm getting paid. Therefore,
Enemy in sight. Take off.
who is shooting at me? How dare? I'm gonna fix your little red wagon as soon as I come around. Actually, I'm gonna attack that bomber. It's getting away. Having a hoot and a holler. Okay, I don't see any more targets on the scope, so now I think we just have to eliminate all adversaries. I fired too fast, and only one missile achieved lock. Silly me. Alright.
Enemy in sight. Focus on our six. Take off.
You are a tough customer. Hey! Well, our teammate threw a punch. How about that?
Nice, nice.
Always good to see it. You love to see it, as a matter of fact. Let's see. You are still going... I think I left a bomber. That guy seems to be flying escort.
You're catching up to him.
Oh yeah, we're laying on the afterburner hard. So...
Hey, don't you do it.
No, there's a B-2. These guys don't show up on radar that easily because the B-2 is one of the stealthiest aircraft that's ever been invented. The damn thing is... It not only has an almost completely flat radar profile, it's also extremely quiet for a jet aircraft. You can watch one of those things fly directly over a football field at visible range and not hear its engines.
Wow.
And they cost $1 gazillion to make.
I would imagine so.
I didn't have any hopes for a splash there, but I wanted to do a cool spiral. Doing it again. You can't stop me. Okay, maybe you can, but...
He's dot now. He's got too much curve going on right now.
Almost had a collision there. He's turned back.
Yeah.
What?
Where did... I'm sorry?
Does. I can't believe it. This is what happens when you have to buy
This
your own
guy's
equipment.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a Rafale, so... It's not
There it
surprising that
goes.
it gave us a little trouble. Okay, now the other B-2 is still around here somewhere. That might be its silhouette up ahead.
Yeah, it looks like something.
You know, if it's
Yeah.
not a B-2, I'll eat my hat.
Hooting and hollering like you do.
Who else is out here?
Probably more B-52. No, nobody. Nobody else is out here.
Got him.
Yee. Two B-2s, B-1, and B-52.
Thank you for the wing wiggle. Now let's go home. You think Joe sleeps in a big pot?
What?
It's a coffee joke. I've latched onto the idea that Joe is sapient bean juice in a flight suit.
Well, okay.
Let's see. Mission 13, Mission 15. What was that one back there that we did at the start?
Where's...
I'm looking for Mission...
12?
Yeah. Maybe we already did 12, or maybe we skipped it. There's a couple of X's.
Yeah, I'm wondering what those X's are.
Let's see. We got reconnaissance. We got take a fortress. Let's go on recon. I'm sure this will not be a hassle.
Despite the elimination of all fuel refineries, the enemy continues to conduct operations.
Well, then we haven't eliminated all the fuel refineries, have we?
Even though this is just recon,
that is sort of the
engage and
thing,
eliminate
isn't it?
Any opposition patrols. Good hunting.
I'm gonna go this one solo. Let's see what to take out this time. Well, it's a recon mission. We could take a stealth craft. That seems like a good idea. We'll take out our stealth fighter, painted in garish white with red and purple flames all over it. No one will ever know.
Ready?
Alright.
Break now.
Question here is, do we have here a very muddy river, or is this a wadi?
Hard to tell.
For people who might have just said a wadi, a wadi is a term for a dry riverbed that tends to flash flood during wet seasons. Aha! There is a fuel tanker right there on the ground. I'm gonna get it. Yep, certainly went up like it was carrying fuel. Okay, well, now we gotta deal with this crap, so let's gain a little... Oh, actually, let's just go after this F-15. I said let's gain altitude, and we'll do it as a matter of course. If he wanted to joust and I let him down, oh well.
Enemy in. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Lock on us. Missile approaching. Nine. Jesus, miss. Take off.
Yep, those F-15s are tough birds. I was laying on that guy, and he was doing fine for a bit.
Up ahead.
Aha!
Bogey on our six. Up ahead.
Didn't expect to hit him with that one.
Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Great shot.
Got a couple of good shots across his bow,
Bogey on our six.
as it were. There we go.
You don't want to go across though. You want to go into.
I want. Let's be completely accurate here. I want my shots to go into the bow.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the bow.
Sure.
That's how you wind up in 4,000 very tiny coffins.
Small.
Enemy in sight.
Aha! Same hat.
Bogey on our six. On our left.
Same hat. Same hat.
Only one is allowed to wear this hat.
That's right. There can be only one. Whew. That's a movie, all right.
Bogey on our six. Enemy in sight.
This should do for him. Whoop! Time to break off for a moment. There we go. Let's get back to it.
Enemy in sight.
Whoa! Don't mind me, just doing a little somersault, you know, for our admiring fans. He popped off my radar. Okay, well, let's just find someone else to bully.
Up ahead. On our right.
Might be the same guy. Where are you?
You're doing that thing where you're both circling in the same direction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. Let's look for the other plane, who should be just there. There we go. Now he is not there. And I'm gonna go up. Turned out to be a good decision because he almost shoved one right into my exhaust intake. Exhaust intake, that's an oxymoron. My exhaust chute. Okay. I got 50 missiles, and it looks like one enemy plane. I think we can do this.
Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss.
Whoa.
the matter?
I don't know, just something about the way that missile came out.
Yeah, it looked a little weird. Really, it was the one fuel tanker. I was expecting this to be a
It's the
longer
only
mission.
one that they that they left. Like,
Here, going forward, all enemy planes will be powered by rubber bands. Like the little things you get at the air museums.
Isn't that a way to launch off of boats? It's basically a giant rubber band.
More or less, although most aircraft catapults are steam powered, or they use magnets.
14 and 15.
Well, I put a lot of effort into making sure they couldn't refuel, and they're still doing it. So I'm gonna go get them.
Well, that simple directions.
I love it when a briefing is nice and snappy.
Bomb the shit out of it.
Identified the last fuel depot. Go and bomb it flat.
What are we doing today? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Blowing that motherfucker up. Alright, time for the Eagle. The Yagle. The leg.
Ready?
How many ways can I mispronounce eagle?
I'm sure you can find plenty.
Enemy in sight.
There's a lot to do here. Got big blobs of targets.
Spoiled for choice, you might say.
Not for long.
Focus on our six.
This is a pretty good pass so far. Nope, that's gonna rip my wing off.
Careful there.
Can't yet do high G turns, which would be useful when you're trying to... Aha! A helicopter. Which appears to be high... Yep. These VTOLs like to do that. They sort of hide behind terrain features or structures and then pogo up. It's very clever. A lot of times there's actually some scouting utility to that as well. When a helicopter is designed to conduct reconnaissance, they will typically have their sensory equipment on the top of their rotor mast. So they can hover below a terrain feature and just sort of periscope up only their scope and look around.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very clever. Wish I'd thought of it. Sadly, the helicopter was invented before I was born, so... Oh well.
Nice. That was a good run. Hey there, Kami.
It is my altitude right now. Oh, like 300 feet. Well, that would do it. Hey, Kami. I've got cool flames on my fighter jet.
We have no choice.
Really? You sent A-10s to defend... Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh, he's still around. Those things are tough as nails.
Ah.
We are doing okay. Alright, I am going to let that guy follow me to the next objective. I got plenty of fuel, but when you're on a job, you don't want to just sit around.
Yeah.
Whoopsie doodle. Well,
We're doing alright.
I deserved that one.
It's a Thursday. We're looking forward to the weekend. Kami has recently started playing Animal Crossing.
Oh, how about that? That's a game that's not very much like this one at all, but
Nope.
people like it, and I can't say anything bad about that.
Yeah.
If you enjoy a thing and it's not hurting anybody, then shoot. Go for it.
He's trying to do something Dia de los Muertos themed.
Ooh, that's a good theme.
Yeah, unfortunately there's not a whole lot of Mexican themed items in the game. Like
Seems
there's costumes. There's plenty of costumes.
That's a surprise
But-
given how much effort they put into the Tostarena area in Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Take this, you helicopter. I will teach you that it is not okay to be a helicopter. This is ace combat. We fly jets here or we fly nothing. Until we get, like, World War I Ace Combat. Or if I can figure out how to make Sky Crawlers work.
Ooh, a theme park, you might say.
Ha.
Of a theme park with a theme park in it. Day of the Dead, Japan, theme park, and dance club. Nice.
Okay, I think we have a critical mass of jerks following me, so now I'm going to turn around and fight them a little bit. Where? There you are. Hello. That was probably a good opportunity, but I think I would have overshot him. Whoops. There's a ground target. I can't leave that sitting around or I'm going to forget. It's like a tank, maybe? Hard to say. It's academic now. Where are you, Mr. Bad Guy? Aha! Hey, he's got a cool type. Man! Like, this paint scheme is cool and all, and I'm glad that you're committed to a theme, but why don't I get tiger stripes?
Kami has been playing Battlefield to get his plane fix.
Yep. There's definitely some aircraft in Battlefield. Okay, that's it for them. I think the A-10 didn't actually chase me. And frankly, I'm not worried about it.
He says he loves the Zero.
Would this be the Mitsubishi Zero? Because that's a pretty sweet plane. They made a whole movie about it and everything. Max knows what I'm talking about.
Which movie?
The Wind Rises.
Ah, yes,
I mean,
yes.
really, it wasn't about the Zero as much as it was about the person who designed the Zero.
Yeah.
You know, and whoops. Tailspin. Alright, well, that one's on me. Turns out if you fly too close to a solid object and clip your wing, you will die.
While you are trying to blow up that solid object.
I mean, even if you're not trying to blow it up.
Yeah.
You gotta show solid things respect.
Yes.
Alright.
But yes, The Wind Rises is a very good movie. Miyazaki, less magical than his usual stuff. It really wasn't much Miyazaki. It was more Studio Ghibli. He didn't work on it too much.
Oh, did they take my F-15 away?
Because it blew up?
Interesting. I'll have to rebuy it. Alright, we'll take out the...
That's an interesting mechanic. I mean, it makes sense.
Ready?
Alright.
Break now.
Take this out for a while then. Okay, this time I gotta remember not to smack into something.
Enemy in sight.
No matter how hard you might want to splat, do not. It's very expensive.
Enemy in sight.
Managed to get one of the big tanks too. It's a pretty good pass. Let's see. I think if we come in from the north, we should be able to do some serious damage.
Enemy in sight.
Well, first we're gonna.
Take out that chopper.
Enemy in sight.
Any missiles hitting us. Uh-oh.
There's your A-10 again. Your old buddy.
Oh boy. Somebody really gave it to me there. I'm already in the orange. It wasn't him.
Enemy in sight.
Maybe if I hit him in both the engines, 2 missiles would be enough, but man, A-10s are pretty sturdy.
Enemy in sight.
Yes, yes, yes.
Enemy in sight.
Ha.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away.
He says, I've heard too many stories of A-10s in your life from my uncle He was a sergeant in the army. He would tell me all the stories of those planes saving their ass on a semi-regular basis.
There's a reason for that. When you are as reliable a workhorse as the A-10, it gets sent to do everything. So it saved everybody's butts because they were just flying those things constantly. They were not so reliable once upon a time, though. We talked a little bit last stream about their main gun, the General Electric's Avenger autocannon. It turns out that thing put out so much exhaust when it fired that early A-10s would suffer engine flameouts because all the oxygen would get sucked out of their engines by the exhaust. So there are actually just big, like, flamethrowers in the engines to help burn away the exhaust fumes and keep them flying to reduce the risk of flameout, not eliminate it. It's a lot of gun that you gotta work with. I get this. Nice. Really slipped in sideways on that one. I didn't think that was gonna work.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead. On our left.
I suppose this thing is. It's
Some kind of tower, maybe?
yeah, it looked like it was just an administrative building or something. Not sure why I needed to take that out, but I guess we don't want them directing reconstruction. Actually blow the whole thing to smithereens. Where is that other... It's over here. Ground target's over here. Okay. That's AAA. Okay. Now... Yeah, I gotta imagine something that fires like 2,300 rounds per minute, I think. That probably builds up a lot of wear and tear. I don't think I'm gonna get him. Yep, he eluded me.
Boo!
Cheeky devil. There we are. Alright, we'll proceed to the next objective. If they want to chase me, they can. Whoops. Helichopter. I'm gonna get you. Missed! Dang. I have to do something about that in a minute.
I think you got bogey on your 6.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2. Ah, there's a nice split S. Okay. Now...
Enemy in sight.
There's some kind of baddie moving around.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Bogey on our 6.
There we are. Alright, that should be the last... Whoops. Who's shooting a gun at me? They didn't do it again, so I'm sure they learned their lesson.
Firing also so fast that you hear the rounds hit the floor before you hear the gun firing. Wow.
Up ahead. Take off. Enemy in sight.
It's a big, mean gun.
Locked on target.
Okay. Now, this is where I met my fate last time.
Yeah, beware of those tall structures.
Locked on target. Up ahead.
It was this one in particular that got you.
Well, it wasn't a cool high-speed pass, but I did not smack into anything, so frankly, we'll call that a win. Let's see, I think next we should come from the east. Because I think that'll let me hit 2 structures in one go. I'm gonna smack into the same if I'm not careful. Let's see.
Enemy in sight.
What the hell is that thing? I didn't really take a good look at it before, but what am I looking at?
I really have no idea what this is.
I guess maybe that's like
Like, it
the
looks...
pump? Oh, okay, I got all the targets.
Like-
everything marked is what you need to eliminate. So those guys, you know, we'll let the combat fatigue
Like-
take care of them.
If it weren't for the thing in the middle, it looks like it would almost be a like a rocket launch site or something.
Mm-hmm. That mission was lucrative. I can rebuy my F-15. Silly me. Okay. Oh. Boing. New aircraft available. Is it an
Ooh.
F-15? Let's see.
F-16.
You already have one of these, I thought.
That's a lot of good stats.
Isn't that the plane? I swear I just took the Su-27 out for a spin.
Well, yeah, and you can tell if you've already got it by the color, right?
Something's gone hinky here because I know I have a Gripen. And where? What's?
Yeah, so there's the ones that.
Huh.
So
That's funny. They lined it. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just having a senior moment. All right. Well, there's the Typhoon. We could get that. Really? No F-15 to rebuy.
was it your F-15 you lost, or was it that one? Because didn't you buy the Tiger Print one already?
Yeah, and see, there it is.
Ah,
SF-39. That's weird. Yeah, there's my Su-27. A-10, MiG-31. Do I just not get to buy F-15s anymore? That's weird.
were they upgraded to the F-16?
I doubt it. Well,
The fact that you've got the second SF-39 there is suspicious to me.
yeah, I don't get it. But I'm gonna buy a Typhoon just for grins. And we'll take that out for the next mission. So, take a fortress.
Our offensive operations are concentrated on the Scorpion Island Fortress.
Scorpion Island Fortress. Whoa.
Isolate by eliminating its bridge at the central runway. Target, red suspension bridge to the island and its airspace. There will be plenty of ACAC and SAM defenses around the runway. Go in for one pass.
This is a
and
pretty
break off
straight shot,
operations.
isn't it? Ack.
You know, like Mars Attacks. Alright, we need to hit the suspension bridge and the runway. And they've got many Angie fellows after us. Let's see.
Hey, Hoss.
Hello.
Ready? Break now.
Alrighty. Here we are in our nice little Typhoon. Doing a little wiggle. Alright, what are we looking at on the map here?
Enemy in sight.
Whoops. Wow, we're on target already. They got us started right off.
Yeah. And it looks like a target you want gone.
Focus on our six.
I mean, it's so far away from the suspension bridge that it's not really
Is
an
this a
issue.
PS1 game? Yes.
Yep.
This is Air Combat, the first of the Ace Combat series,
Yep.
before it changed its name.
It was called Ace Combat in Japan. They just called
It was one of those things.
Yeah, they called it Air Combat over here for reasons that are unclear to me. Not to reduce confusion, because if they wanted to do that, they wouldn't have had to share a name with their arcade game, Air Combat, made by the same developer. Of course, they could have also, like, not called the sequel to the arcade game Air Combat 22. Because usually when you increment up a number, it's like 1, then 2, stuff like that. Don't you try to break behind me, mister. I wised your tricks.
Yeah, unfortunately with this one, you were kind of stuck with this color scheme, at least at the beginning. It might be something that you unlock after you beat the game.
It's possible.
Scorpion Island. I love the billion tons of missiles the planes in Ace Combat have.
Oh, yes.
This continues it. Each of those large missiles is 10 missiles. This plane is carrying 61 right now.
That's more ordnance than I think 5 Eurofighters can carry. Well, no, that's not true. I'm pretty sure a fully loaded Eurofighter can carry a fair couple. I thought popping him with the gun might make him turn back into my range a little bit, and it worked out. Let's see. Anybody hiding on this little islet?
Enemy in sight.
Yes, we have one AAA installment. Okay. If Scorpion Island's so damn important, I would have put, like, more guns, but that's just me. Whoop.
It still shocks me seeing planes like the Typhoon in real life. They're so huge.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit difficult to get a sense of scale in games like this because you're fairly far away from everything. But man, jet fighters ain't small. To give you an idea of how big they are, for example, it's not a fighter, of course, but the A-10, its gun alone is something like 17.5 feet long. And that's just the gun. You gotta have more plane to boost it around. Looks like there's 3 sections on the bridge that I need to damage.
Enemy in sight.
Who's this bogey you keep telling me about?
He's on your 6.
I don't see nobody. Well, you must be very clever to be constantly... Aha! That's for me.
The Typhoon has an 11-meter wingspan.
Oh yeah. That sounds correct, Halls, yeah.
Enemy in sight.
If you can believe it, there were living creatures with wingspans that big at one time.
Yep. Quetzalcoatlus?
Yeah. Quetzalcoatlus northropi, specifically.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the stupid thing and fly right in between the bridge supports for this last one. Because I am an idiot.
Missing some ground targets back there, too.
It's fine. Aha! Take that.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna fly right into those F-18s, and I'm at critical damage, so...
ah.
I want to do some dumb, but not too dumb. We do have to keep the thing moving. Now, let's see, do I fight all these guys at critical damage, or do I just end the mission? Do I knife fight like a crazy person, or do I end the mission? What if yes? Whoop. Well, that was pretty close. Okay, let's climb a little. Hello, Cloud. Goodbye, Cloud. Huh.
Whoa, what the road is very curved.
Don't worry about
Like,
it.
when you get close enough, it's clearly not, but it's having some graphical issues.
Yeah, I gather that's the way the PlayStation performs texture scaling.
Also, I like that crazy Ukrainian cargo plane that's just enormous. AN-225?
I'm a little bit less up on the cargo planes. It sounds, though, like it might be analogous to the Super Guppy, which is also another really hilariously big cargo plane. Like, they take jumbo jets apart and stick them inside these planes to transport them. You'd think they'd just have the jet fly there on its own, but, you know, you don't want to, like, wear out the engines and whatnot before it's delivered.
Enemy in sight. Fire, shoot down. Jesus, man, focus on our six. Fire, shoot down.
if I were not busy flying, I would do a Google to post a link so that other people can look at the big Ukrainian cart. Come back here! The Navy did not give you those engines so you could run from battle.
Don't run. Don't run.
Fight me. Debate me. Whoop. Alright, he's decided to debate me. Where are you? And... come on. Whoops. I was anticipating the lock. Alright, there we are.
Apparently it has an 88-meter wingspan and is 81 meters long.
It's a big plane.
That big.
That's probably something that uses JATO rockets. I hear you staring blankly at me. Do you know what JATO rocket means?
I do not, but it's more like I didn't imagine that cargo planes carried many weapons of their own.
Oh, yes. So JATO stands for Jet Assisted Takeoff. Basically, planes either have them sort of stapled temporarily to the fuselage, or on some really big airframes, they will have special slots that you just like put fresh rockets into, like you're loading a bullet. And when you're taking off, because you're so damn heavy, you have to get up to speed in order to be able to actually get off the ground. So they just use rocket boosters to get up in the air. And once they're up to their flying speed, their engines can take over and keep them flying, but they just have so much mass, especially when they're fully laden, that you have to shoot the things off the runway.
Whew! I see.
Planes like that usually also have those rockets facing forward as well to help them slow down, so that they don't need like a 400-mile long runway to take care of all the inertia.
Ah.
Okay. Strike. Going bowling. But first, let's see what we can buy. They said new...
Apparently it doesn't, it just has 6 engines.
Yeah, how about that? So it's big, but it's not ludicrously, hilariously big. Let's see, we have got a full stable, and if we want the F-22, I'm going to have to sell something. I'm not as big a fan of the F-22, mostly for political reasons, but it looks cool. That's why they put it in, so I can't gainsay that. We're not really going to come back to the 31, I think, so we'll let that one go. Yeah, still no F-15 allowed. Apparently I've been banned from buying any more F-15s. The F-22, of course, is Lockheed Martin's precursor to the F-35 project, mostly noted for not really getting that much combat use. Played with cost overruns, project delays, the stealth doesn't really work in the rain, stuff like that. And granted, stealth in general, not great when the weather's not clear, that's why you fly in clear weather, but, like, I distinctly remember when, oh, this is another one of those, you gotta stay low or you'll get shot down by Sam's mission. I distinctly remember back when the F-22 was still sort of a talked about thing, that a squadron of them almost got shot down by the International Dateline. And this is why. It is costly, but not impossible, to build a computer that can automatically compensate for crossing the International Dateline when it's geolocated. Lockheed didn't. The flight computers on the F-22s that were flying on this particular training exercise just went, oh fuck, and because everything in the F-22 is computerized, they just went down. The pilots had to recover on manual and limp home.
Enemy in sight.
So, you know, F-22, maybe not all it's cracked up to be.
Enemy in sight. Fire! We've got that one! On our left! Enemy in sight.
Let's see, the lightning.
Enemy in sight.
BAC lightning. I'm having a little trouble remembering that one off the top of my head.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire!
This is an interesting run.
I'm in a tunnel.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about it. It's a very large tunnel.
Did I fly past a helicopter, or is the radar just freaking out?
Enemy locked on target.
There he is.
Wait! Look on our tail!
Ah, and now we're out in the open.
Mm-hmm. Cold War British Interceptor. That rings a bell. Just casual roll there. Is that the one that looks a little bit like the Saab Tunnan? Like it has that,
Is this one?
It's the one that looks like the MiG-31. Not the MiG-31, the MiG-29. Yeah. Yeah, yep, that is a, that one's a pretty good plane. I like the little nose cone in there to help it take in air. Man, the Cold War really was a hell of a time for aviation engineering. A lot of the time you got airframes that people, it feels like they just went to the drawing board and just scribbled something down at 3 in the morning and went, hell, that looks fast, let's build it. Alright. Airborne Fortress.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna get it.
Urgent message. Enemy giant airborne fortress discovered. This may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our airspace. Good luck.
So we just have to rip this thing to pieces before it gets in range, or it will kill everybody. Okay.
Ready? Break now!
Oh, there's our friend.
Enemy in sight.
You're a big fella.
Up ahead! Jesus! Moving on our tail!
Alright. Hello, friend? Where you at? There you are. My goodness, where to even start with this thing? It appears to be an aircraft carrier.
Enemy locked on target.
Now this is getting into the Ace Combat stuff.
Yep. I am going to circle back around because somebody is trying to shoot me down, and I don't like that.
The later games have a lot of fictional tech.
Yeah. Fictional tech in Ace Combat games generally comes in one of two flavors. You got super weapons like the big flying fortress here, and you got super planes, which you don't see any of those in Ace Combat the first, but I believe as early as Ace Combat 2 you start getting the new fictional aircraft. Whoops. It's got missile launchers.
Focus on our six. Enemy locked on target.
Looks like one missile isn't quite enough to take out a target point. Although I have certainly bloodied their nose.
Up ahead!
Ah, it's got F-22's flying escort. Should have known.
Moving on our tail!
Let's see, where did you go, Mr. F-22? It's over this way somewhere, perhaps.
Up ahead!
It's odd there's no music.
Oh, there is. It's just kind of quiet.
Jesus! Miss!
I think I hear it.
Don't let him get away! Here! Out!
Alright, time to catch up with our big friend. talked a little bit last session about how the YF-23 was the Black Widow was in the running to be in the spot that the F-22 ended up occupying, and you can see that they do share some resemblance.
And we got a raid hiding in this dramatic music. Axe, thank you. Welcome everybody.
Yeah.
You're just in time for the final mission of air combat.
Enemy in sight.
At least I'm pretty sure it's the final mission.
Well, they said maybe final, so signs are good. Alright, time to catch up with the fortress again.
I momentarily can't remember if it was 17 or 19 missions. Yeah, it's and there were a few missions that didn't pop, like depending on which path we took, I think.
Yeah.
We couldn't find 14. Blackbird will always be Hall's favorite.
It's a pretty cool plane, alright. Whoops. What? Oh, I got shot down.
Oh
Dang
no!
it. That's on me. I thought I could just hover behind it. Okay.
Something was hovering behind you!
I probably should have saved. No, I'm not going to be able to take a... I've got a couple of good planes I can take out. This'll be fine. I wonder if I have to fly...
Can you not buy a new one?
I mean, I haven't been able to buy a new F-15 so far, although I'm wondering if maybe I have to go to certain locations to get them. Let's try that. Where did we first get an F-15? I think it might have been here.
The fact it has turbojets that turn into ramjets at high speed is extremely cool.
Well, shoot, it has to get up to high speed just not to leak fuel. Because friction causes it to heat up so much, it's actually built so that the plates on its fuselage expand and seal up the fuel tanks as it goes faster.
I wonder if it's a case they only have a certain, like, whenever you've gotten a new plane, it's kicked an old one out of the lineup.
I guess, but, like, why then would we still be able to buy a Tornado? We've had those things in the roster forever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the next one in that family line?
I've heard stranger ideas.
Because the F-16 is there, but then you've got the F-4. I don't know. Can you replace the one you just lost?
Signs pointing no.
Huh.
So we'll just
Strange.
be careful. That way. First things first. Let's make sure we don't soft lock ourselves by hecking up our stable too much. Okay. I think I will bring someone just to maybe shoot at the planes that are coming out. Let's see.
The fact that you have to wear a spacesuit to fly it too.
Yes, it flies at very high altitude, and you pull some G's while you're flying something that fast.
Neat.
Okay.
Ready? Right now.
Planes are cool, but they terrify me.
Enemy in sight.
Whoa, you're coming up fast.
Yes, I am. Welp, good thing we saved. I wonder why it wasn't locking on. I think it was trying to go for something way over on the right and just wouldn't cycle through the targets. Well, that's fine. We can load game.
Yeah.
I feel like the fortress starts out on a bank to starboard, so I may just start on the right wing, because I think that's what was going on, is that the right-hand side of the craft was, no, we're gonna go that way, was being targeted first. So we'll try it. Right.
Juliet.
Yeah, I might bring Juliet. We'll see. Hal will guard your tail, hopefully. I don't have high hopes, but we'll try.
I believe in Hal. because that was my grandfather's nickname, and he was a pilot gunner.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead! Caution! Caution! Jesus! Caution! Look on our tail! Enemy in sight. Up ahead!
Okay.
All right, Largeman. Whoops. Yep, those are missile launchers, all right.
Enemy locked on target.
Boy, that missile alert is really bitching at me, huh?
Well, there's missiles.
Oh, it's fine. We're very high up.
Enemy in sight.
And so are they, is the thing.
No, the fortress is flying pretty low.
I can't tell which direction you're approaching. Okay.
If you can see orange, I'm behind it. Those are the engines.
It's more like which way is the sky and which way is the ground.
The water is sparkling.
Yeah, I see that now.
Whoa! You think you're so slick, I'll fix your wagon.
Paul's granddad used to work at Avro in Manchester.
Nice.
Enemy in
Whoa.
sight.
Man, this thing's got a lot of pickup when you hit the throttle.
Famous for the Lancaster and the Vulcan.
Mm-hmm. People who are friends of the stream may remember that Lancaster is the bomber that we flew in Bomber Crew.
Neat.
That might be one of the engines.
Yeah, we got a lot of plane and plane adjacent folks here.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Whoa, boy. That was several missiles.
Danger.
High voltage.
Enemy in sight.
I'm wondering if I should try to shoot those missile launchers. I wonder if the missile launchers are even targetable. Is that what these little blisters are?
On target.
Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, so that's one of them.
Good.
That'll help.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Ooh, Nelly.
Careful there.
Aha. Whoops, that's a
Hey,
gun
Tyrion.
pod. I was wondering what that was. Turns out, there's bullets in there.
Paul says, I love Delta wing planes. Reminds me of every paper airplane I've ever made.
Well, I mean, the Delta Wing, whoops. The Delta Wing is a timeless design, really. There's a reason why it's still in use in many modern aircraft.
That's okay, Tyrion. That's all I know about it, too. That and volleyball.
Oof.
Hey, this is really using up your
My
missiles.
blood. Oops, something just clipped me.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
Huh. I think it deployed more missile launchers there after I got a couple of its engines, because there were more targets on its back.
And that is a very Ace Combat thing to do.
Well, that's on me. I got cocky. We can do this.
Yeah. But we're doing it with that plane. So for those of you who just joined us, when you get shot out of the sky, You lose that plane, and for some reason, you cannot repurchase them.
I mean, that might be as designed.
Yeah.
I'm flying blind here, as it were.
This may be your final task. Eliminate
You
it
took
before
Hal
you
last
can
time.
Yeah. Hal has the most expensive plane, therefore... must be the best, right? Wrong. But this is a video game, so that's generally how it works. Okay, this time we will not linger. But I think the plan of starting with the weapon pods is a worthy one. Excuse me, Hal.
Enemy in sight.
Alright. To that end, let's try to get the... Will you target something, you awful bastard?
Body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Alls is just looking at planes online.
Nothing wrong with that.
Happy to help. Oops. Well, okay. Sure, we'll fight an F-22 for a minute. Here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. No, you don't.
The Concorde is a beautiful machine. I'm glad I got to go inside one. Nice.
Yeah, it's a hell of a concept as a supersonic passenger plane. I gather that one of the reasons they didn't keep using it is that they couldn't figure out a good way to keep the sonic booms from bothering people inside. Shoot a missile backwards at me?
Used to go Heathrow to New York in 2 hours. Good lord.
Oh yeah, plane fast.
No kidding.
It actually had some variable geometry on the nose. When it was flying subsonic, the nose would sort of point down a little bit, and then it would kind of slide up like a blast shield to partially cover the cockpit and whatnot to help it have less drag at supersonic speed.
Assuming it were able to hold up that long, that would mean it could take a trip around the world in...
Dang it! I did that thing that I said I wasn't going to do.
Let's see, it's about 5 hours between New York and Heathrow. So in about 10 hours, it could circle the world.
Plane go fast.
Very fast. Although I don't imagine it would be able to hold up.
Yeah, sustained supersonic flight is something that I think is really only recently becoming something that can be maintained.
urgent message. Enemy giant airborne launcher
Cruises at Mach
This may
2.
be your final task. Eliminate
Okay.
it before it reaches
That
the rest.
is a very fast cruise.
Let's try the Gripen, which has even less defense than the other plane I was using. I'm sure this will be fine.
Ready? Break now.
Okay. So the plan is we're just going to go for whatever it targets first, which appears to be this thing over here.
Up ahead. Bingo. On our left. Boogie on our tail.
Caution.
We get out of dodge. And come around for another pass.
Enemy in sight. On our right. Boogie on our tail. Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
Caution.
Base combat music. It's kind of reassuring to know it's been good since the first one.
Yeah, and this is like not great as far as music in the series goes.
Yeah, but it's like, it's real good dramatic air fight music.
We got a big lumbering, bizarre technological terror hoving towards our comrades in arms. Can't let that happen. Whoop. I think that F-22 is somewhere around behind me. One of the disadvantages of the HUD in Ace Combat is that in this one, if you're not in cockpit view, you don't have one.
Oh boy.
We are smaller and more maneuverable than this thing. We might as well use it.
Just come up on it so fast.
Yeah, that's the idea. Hopefully it makes the missiles undershoot us.
Enemy in sight.
What are we currently aiming for?
Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
One of the missile launchers, it looked like.
Enemy in sight.
When we used to go to the caravan in Wales, there was an RAF base not that far away. I bet you got every so often you'd be in bed and just hear an almighty boom as something came screaming past. Nice.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Whoop.
I imagine if you live near something like that, it probably gets tiring, but when things are not as common, it can be
Enemy in sight.
a neat experience. Like growing up in Florida, you know, we saw a lot of rocket launches.
Go into space.
And I can imagine being closer to Fort Lauderdale. If there had been more, it would probably have gotten annoying, but because they were so few and far between, it was always a real magical experience.
Got 2 shots off that time.
Alert, body damage.
We didn't live close enough to actually go down there and see it, but we could always look up in the sky and see the rocket taking off.
Enemy in sight.
During the Jubilee year, they had old Spitfires and Hurricanes practicing flying in formation.
Fun.
That sounds really cool.
Body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Oh my god, we know there's been body damage. Stop. Can't even tell.
Enemy locked on target.
Whoa.
The paint got scratched.
Caution.
My kingdom for enemy focus.
Enemy in sight.
That's a feature from later Ace Combat games that I think people will really appreciate when we start seeing it.
Enemy locked on target.
Yeah, there's you've taken out a lot of the engines, but there's still targets on there.
Enemy in
Yeah.
The brushes are self-cleaning.
Yeah.
Enemy locked on target.
Excuse me. We will not be doing that. And by that, I mean getting shot with 6 missiles. Not this time. See, I knew all I had to do to win was just climb into a Saab.
Enemy in sight.
Alright.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
Neener, neener.
Don't get cocky.
What? You know, sometimes you just want to buzz the cockpit.
And
Well, in that thing, it's probably more like a command center.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
And we'll just circle around again.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
Caution.
Alright, surely that thing is down to 1 engine by this point. We've got 30 missiles left, so that's a pretty good amount, but at this rate, we might have to start using our guns on the
Enemy
dang
in sight.
thing. This is not an ideal angle of attack. Boy, the engine's still falling, that's neat.
yeah, cool.
Alright, this ought to give us a better angle. Come around like this.
Enemy in sight.
boy. Alright. That last engine has got to be in a sorry state.
It's sort of impressive that it's still up with how big that thing is. Is there anything?
Looks like we might just be shooting at it in general.
Yeah. How are you still flying?
You know, if they were daring, what they would do is just dip one of their wings and see if they could swat me.
Heh.
However, it seems that this giant fictional superweapon is being piloted by giant fictional cowards. Aha, there you are. My order of giant fictional cowards has arrived. Might have to get in front of this thing. Stay tuned. Well, allegedly hit it. Let's see what happens if I come at it from the front. Might be able to do more damage that way. Should be rendering in a second here. There you
Enemy
are.
in sight.
Well, no. This thing's more agile than I give it credit for. Come on. Whoop.
Enemy in sight.
Oh dear.
Locked on target.
This is tricky to get a bead on. Coming from above seems to be working.
Enemy in sight.
The target cycling is a little fussy.
Enemy locked on target. Jesus.
Okay. Whoops.
Enemy in sight.
Well, there goes that attempt.
You got hit by something at some point.
Yeah, it's called a missile. Humana. Let's
Enemy
see.
in sight.
Seriously, how is this thing still up?
Enemy in sight.
It's stubborn?
What?
Dang.
Like, no engines should be...
It probably has like one other big one that just, that's like the core or something that it's telling you to target. Okay. Seems like the guns are only on its wings, and they can't really aim at us if we're near the middle of the plane. So we should be safe from those. I think I need to go back to trying to strip off its missile launchers, and then maybe I can conserve a little ammo by using my guns on the engines.
Fortress discovered. This may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our airspace.
This thing is very stubborn.
I mean, that's Ace Combat final boss. They always go big.
Ready?
Taking a little while to grok this one for some, excuse you.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target.
It's sort of strange because there's not other planes escorting it or anything. It's just
Oh, they
out
are.
here.
Like, there's a couple right
a
there.
couple, yeah. But like once you take them out, like no more bees.
Enemy locked on target.
I mean, the possibility exists that they are still there, and I just don't see them because it's all stealth fighters.
Yeah.
Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot down. Jesus.
But I mean, you spend so much time. I think you would have seen some stealth fighters by now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Enemy in sight. Fire. Jesus. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire.
Whoops, I pressed the map button instead of the gun button.
Enemy in sight.
I'll shoot you down with my compass.
It's got a pointy bit on it.
It's a magnetic needle, not like a deadly one.
It could be though.
Well, yeah, I mean, with applying enough force, anything can be deadly. That's that stealth technology at work. Getting sick of you, mister.
Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss.
Oy.
It's dodgy.
Enemy in sight. Fire, shoot it down. Jesus, miss. Stay with him. Don't
You
let
know,
him get
while I'm
away.
doing this, I'm sort of neglecting the fortress.
Stay with him.
Maybe I'll just go do that.
Enemy in sight. Look on her tail.
We'll let Hal earn his paycheck.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Quick shot.
Caution. Caution.
Enemy in sight.
It is very cluttered in terms of targets. Until you thin them out a little bit, it's kind of hard to, whoop, excuse me. It's kind of hard to pick the one you want.
Caution.
No. 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 Alrighty.
Enemy in sight.
I want a launcher. There we are. I'm gonna try one missile, and we'll see if that takes it out. You say bingo, but is the thing actually dead? Signs point to no.
On her left. Look on her tail.
Caution.
Where are you?
Enemy in sight. On her right.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
Caution.
Yeah, it's definitely 2 missile impacts per launcher. Hopefully that will allow us to invest in the future.
Enemy in sight.
By letting us kind of camp out behind this thing's engines.
Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
That was pretty close. Not sure how I didn't get hit, but I'll take it.
Enemy in sight.
Give me that. Yes.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
Dang it.
Caution.
Wasted a shot there at the end. Okay. Let us have a think. So it's got 4 engines. Seems like somewhere between 4 and 6 missile
Enemy in sight.
launchers, and some might come back at some point.
Bingo!
And we've got 42 missiles. Okay, that's better. That's yeah. That math seems to work out, although it seems to be some very large number of missiles per engine. So we do have to watch out for that.
Really seems like the thing to watch out for is those missiles. 'Cause this guy will just take you out in like 2 hits.
Yeah, Ace Combat's not very realistic, but it is somewhat realistic in that you shouldn't just sit there and try to trade hits.
Enemy in sight.
You know, I think the launchers are coming back, because I'm almost positive that I ripped off that one there the last time I was here.
Jesus, miss.
Caution.
Quick shot. Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
Alert. Body damage. Alert.
What the hell hit me
body
there?
damage. Alert.
Ugh,
Body
I don't
damage.
know.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
Where don't they? Who the hell is it? There you
Enemy in
are.
sight.
Caution.
Locked on target. Quick shot. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
Caution.
I'm thinking about planes. Whoops. There's an F-22.
Oh, hi
I
there.
wonder if that'll be a problem later.
Where
Hey,
did you
Hal,
come from?
didn't I pay you like $11 million for that to not happen?
Caution.
Oh, no, don't belly down now. Woo! Goodness sake. A
Enemy
little
in
bit
sight.
careless with the stick. Okay, 2 engines remain.
Enemy locked on
Some
target.
uncountable number of missile launchers. How do I put the kibosh on this thing, though? Once the engines are gone, you have to shoot it in the middle. Do I come from below?
Enemy in
Maybe?
sight.
Whoa, hello.
Whoa!
Hey, he heard me talking. And was like, what if I do try to smack
He
him
heard
with
you
my
talking
arm?"
shit.
And he found out. Dang. Okay.
Enemy locked on target.
Alert. Body damage.
Stupid.
Alert. Body damage.
That wing gun.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body
Enemy in
damage.
sight.
Caution.
Whoops.
Enemy locked on target.
This might be the end of me.
Caution.
No, okay.
Woo!
Caution.
Alright, let's think about this. I think trying to come from below it is a sound strategy. It's flying so low that I'm probably going to have to finesse this a little.
Enemy in sight.
No, I guess it's still... Yeah, okay, that's the target in the middle. No, don't change targets, you...
Caution.
Enemy locked on
Come
target.
on.
Caution. Caution.
No, it's right there. The target that I want is... Okay, well,
Enemy
this
in sight.
seems fairly safe.
Enemy locked on target.
Can't tell if it's hitting below or above.
There we go.
Alert. Body
What? Did the plane fucking fall on you?
No, the F-22 shot me down.
Ah.
Ah. Okay, the principle is sound. The principle is sound. That's what you do, is you come from below. It's a little bit like, funnily enough, one of the bosses from Ace Combat 7 in that regard. Or rather, the boss from Ace Combat 7 is a little bit like this. Okay. What have we got left in terms of aircraft?
Urgent message. Enemy giant airborne fortress discovered. This may be your final choice. Eliminate it.
Let's see. The big thing that happened is that I gave up a lot of damage early on.
Break now.
So, I'm going to try to avoid that if possible.
Up ahead. Bingo. Moving on the tail.
Yeah. Even though I am sort of smacking my head against this mission a little bit, I'm still having fun. I mean, it's Ace Combat.
Enemy in
It's
sight.
Yeah.
it certainly is. You can definitely tell it's slightly long in the tooth, but it still feels pretty good, even with a D-pad, which is surprising. It helps a little bit that the D-pad on an Xbox 360 gamepad is a little bit more like a Joy Hat than what you would have gotten on an OG PSX controller.
Yeah.
Enemy in sight.
But
It's much
Enemy in
smoother.
sight.
still pretty nice. Am I aiming at the engine?
caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo.
Who knows? For one of those, clearly not. Trouble's arrived. Hey,
Hey, Trouble.
I am also engaged in trouble. Somebody gave me millions of dollars worth of military hardware
Enemy in
and said,
sight.
go play. Come Come on, cycle them targets.
Enemy locked on target.
Perfect timing.
Interesting that that thing doesn't seem to want to shoot in front of itself. Not that I'm complaining, but shoot, if it were me, I'd be
Yeah.
going
There's-
ham.
Did they forget to put the guns on the front?
They may very well have done.
Well, there goes the engine.
Yep.
Enemy in sight.
It is down to 3. Looks like a... Is that an engine lock? Yes.
Enemy locked on target.
Alright, and we'll just keep our relative speed high enough that the missiles overshoot us. So it looks like the move all along has just been to stay lower than it, which is a little bit of a feat considering that thing is... I'm surprised it's not leaving a wake as massive as it is.
Yeah.
Oh, my altitude is
Enemy
right
in
now.
sight.
Yeah,
It's not that low.
200 feet is kind of low.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
I
damage.
really wish it wouldn't yell at you like that.
Well, maybe you'd forget in the half second between one alert and the
Enemy
other.
in sight.
Okay. Don't get greedy. Make individual passes at very high speed. Don't slam into the big fella.
Take care of the F-22 when it shows up. Because apparently you can't trust the person you hired to handle
Enemy
that.
in sight.
Yeah, Hal, your only job is to shoot at people who are following me. I implore you. Hal, this is important. My plane is dying.
Enemy in sight.
Come. This is not a great attack angle, but we should be able to make this work.
Enemy locked on target.
It actually worked out okay. One job! We paid you for a single job 11 million times.
I said, watch my back. What did you do?
Enemy in sight.
Well, he certainly watched it. Did he do anything about people trying to kill me? Not sure.
Enemy locked on target.
Alright, now... That should be the last engine, which means I think we can go after the core next. Instructions unclear. Let's play the open a jar of peanut butter and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich game with Hal, who's apparently a literalist.
I love that game, though.
It's a pretty good game.
Oh, look at him lifting, or, listing.
Enemy in sight.
Oh boy.
Caution.
Where's the target? There you are.
Hazard.
Whoa boy! I'm still not quite used to how maneuverable enemy missiles are in this game. Huh. Starting to run through my stable a little bit. What have we got left?
I'm surprised you haven't just been restarting.
This is slightly faster, and frankly, I'd like to get done tonight if possible.
Enemy giant air.
Alright, Hal, got my tail.
This may be your final.
I believe in you.
Ready?
I do not believe in Hal.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead.
Just once you get that last, the last engine, you've got to take out whatever plane spawns.
Yeah, I guess
Enemy
so.
in sight.
I'm still not convinced that the turret's missiles are not just looping around and whacking me.
That would be very impressive.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, last session I got hit a couple of times where it seemed like I had clearly overshot the missile and it was just going to go on its merry way. And then it looped right back around and bit me on the backside. Come on, I want that one. Yes, good. if I can get greedy and go for a follow-up. It's right
Enemy
there.
in sight.
Maybe not.
Locked on target.
Well, maybe yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just sort of zigzag behind it, perhaps. That might speed this up a little bit. Where are you at, baby? Whoa, boy.
Too much zigzag.
Crap. Well, that one's on me. Goodbye, cruel world. Alright.
Urgent message.
Message, left to support, Hal.
This may be your final
Okay, what are we looking at? We've got an A10 and an F18 left. The F18 has a lot of offense. Maybe that's what we need.
We're not entirely sure ourselves, Tyrion. It's just suddenly missiles.
So, the boss has about half a dozen homing missile launchers that it will use with great prejudice against you. And it also periodically, you see, just there, you can see that it's also launching F-22s. Ostensibly, Hal is supposed to be keeping those off my back. So I've been largely ignoring them, which might be the problem. But I think it's also just that the missile physics are a little wonky in this, and they can kind of spiral around and smack me, even if I think I've evaded a lock. Kind of I gotta evade for longer than I need to.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
And yes, this is definitely the boss.
Joke's on you. Next mission, there's 3 of them. Target one of the engines. I'll take any engine.
Caution.
Yeah, this is the last mission, based on this guide.
Well, there you go. Unfortunately, things being as they are, I don't really think there's anything else I can do other than just fly many much good more better. Okay, that's a bad angle. We're just going to abort that pass and come around this way.
Alert, body damage.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Body damage.
Okay.
Enemy in sight.
This is a better pass. Keep it low, try to minimize the number of shots it can take.
Caution.
Just fly big, doofy figure eights. Draw little present bows in the air.
Enemy in sight.
Oh, I'm too high. Alright.
Enemy locked on target.
Now we are just right.
Yeah.
Caution.
It seems really, if the caution buzzer is still going off, you'd better still keep jinking. That just seems to be what's going on here. Is I'm treating it like later games in the series, where a dodge is generally a dodge, unless you're fighting a very specific kind of enemy that carries special missiles. And hell, maybe everybody carries those kind of missiles in this, and the technology just got lost in later games. But that's what we're looking at. Is I am allowing my bias from later installments, excuse me, to color my approach. Okay, we are down to 2 of engine.
No, one engine.
1 of engine, perfect.
And
Enemy locked on target.
Hal is pretty far back.
Yeah. He's probably engaged with something.
Which may mean that you want to engage with it, because what might be happening is that it breaks away from
Enemy in
him
sight.
when you take out the last one and start going for the weak spot.
Yeah, could be. Let's
Okay,
go
hello.
over.
Enemy
Yep,
in
there's an
sight.
F-22 over here. Let's change things up a little bit and fight a plane. A little plane.
It's keeping pretty low.
Yep. I think it's hoping that I'll smack into the ocean, and to be fair, it's not an illegitimate tactic, considering that the computer has infinite lives to live, and I've only got my one little one.
No, you
Got
hit.
one of them. Oh, almost shot Hal. Didn't want to do that. Heavens to Betsy, he's expensive.
He's very expensive.
Stay with him. Jesus, miss. Don't let him. Jesus, miss. Look at well with
Going
Fox.
to get you.
Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot him down. Jesus, miss.
Yeah, honestly, things being the way they are, I might shoot Hal just on principle.
He hasn't helped us for a lot of missions.
This is the first mission I've tried bringing him on.
Yeah, but you know
oh,
what
you
I
mean
mean.
you mean attempts?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No,
Stop
that-
curving.
Target. Fire. Shoot him down.
Stop doing the thing that's keeping me from killing you.
Jesus,
Yeah.
miss.
Problem is he's in a 5th generation fighter,
Enemy in sight.
and a good one,
Fire.
and I'm back here in my F-18. Oh well.
Oh, there he goes.
All right. Now I just have to catch back up to the boss before it gets away. Although I mean, if we're on a timer, the only one that we have is fuel.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I'm just running out of gas.
No.
Surprising that
There
you would
he
just
is.
blow the hell up. What is this?
Enemy in sight.
Oh.
An SU-27 is here. Interesting.
Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot him down. Stay with him.
So that's probably what's been happening is that thing spawns
Enemy in
in
sight. Fire.
And Hal does not give a crap.
because
so-
Hal's fighting the F-22.
Don't let him. Jesus, miss.
Rude.
Stay with him.
So this thing just comes up behind you unseen
Let him
and
get away.
sends some missiles right at you.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Stay with him. Don't let him get
Maybe?
away. Jesus,
No.
miss.
He is very dodgy.
Don't let him get away.
Too close for missiles. Use your guns.
Stay with him. Jesus, miss. Don't let him get away.
Getting any closer, I can just pop the cockpit and shoot at him with a pistol.
Don't let him get away.
God, this is getting on slippy levels of...
Fox, get this guy off me.
Yeah.
Fire. Shoot him down.
Don't let him get away.
I pressed
Don't
the
let him
map
get
button
away.
instead of the damn shoot button again. I don't know why I keep trying to press square to shoot. It's never been shoot in any Ace Combat game.
Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot him down. Stay with him.
Oof. These guys would probably be aces
Enemy in
Yep.
sight.
if this game had them.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Jesus, miss.
Where are you, Hal?
Oh, you know,
Stay with him.
doing Hal things.
Get away. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss.
How in the world are you supposed to hit this guy?
I'm probably too close. I'm gonna break away and get him to come after me. If I can get him to come at me head on, then I can probably put paid to him. Okay.
Because clearly the circling around is just not working.
Alright, I'm gonna go into cockpit mode so I can have an actual radar. And
And it's still got an engine up.
Where did he go? Well, Hal seems to have caught up, so or is that him?
That's him. Oh, that's somebody. That might be Hal, might be enemy. Looks like it's Hal.
Yep, the enemy just passed me.
Did he?
Yeah, see the red dot?
I thought the red dot was the boss.
No, the boss is the big
Blur.
blob
Oh,
of
yeah.
orange.
Up ahead.
Okay.
Alright. You're running low on fuel, though.
Yeah, I noticed.
Locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Let's return to mission, buddy.
Well, now that Hal is here, maybe
Yeah,
he can keep that one busy.
wouldn't that be nice? Okay.
Enemy in sight.
Hal is off telling Dave he's afraid he can't do that.
I get it. Okay, don't let the engine drop in my head. That's a good start.
Caution.
I don't see the Su-27 on the radar.
Did
right
someone
now.
assume Hal is competent? Like, you pay him enough.
Enemy in sight.
Please target the core. Target the core.
Caution.
The core.
Careful,
Well,
careful, careful,
I
careful,
think
careful.
Enemy in sight.
that's not a good sign. Okay. Excuse me.
Ah!
Alright, well. That one made me pucker a little. He's right above me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whoop. Hold up.
Enemy in sight.
That one. That's the one I want.
ACB. Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for believing in me. I'm not sure I believe in me, but we'll do our best. Come on, god damn you. Urgh!
Hal.
Hal's not the problem.
Okay.
The problem is my missiles are not locking onto the damn target.
Oh, just something hit you. The
Yeah, it was one of the big guy's launchers. The other plane's nowhere near me.
okay.
See the radar?
Enemy in sight.
Damn it, I had it and I lost it.
There it is. Nope.
Yeah, this is the kind of crap that I'm dealing with. Ugh. Just gotta get in and get out. Alright, 21 missiles. This should be enough.
And hopefully you've got enough fuel.
Enemy in sight.
The answer may surprise you. That's a big explosion.
Yeah, there we go.
And that. Notice how long it took to go from that to mission accomplished. I got nailed by a missile in that interval.
Ooh, harsh.
Hi. But
Congratulations. The enemy has
You did it.
we won. We managed it in under 2 hours. Well, this leg. So
Yeah.
under 4 hours to, get
For the whole game.
this particular run through the game. There are some missions we didn't do. Might come back to them, but honestly, I feel like we've pretty much got the idea as far as
Yeah.
air combat goes.
Bakum indeed.
Yeah. We did it.
And here's a celebratory,
Yeah. Zoom.
I'm guessing these are all the different planes.
The ones from the intro.
Ah.
There are plenty of planes in the available roster that we didn't see in the opening cutscene.
I like how they all have call signs. And here, all the plane equivalent of Hot Wheels fly towards the screen.
They do look a bit like they're painted like Hot Wheels, aren't they?
Yeah, they are sort of like, was this made to be a toy line sort of thing?
Probably. I mean, there are any number of model aircraft you can buy and paint like this, so maybe Namco's colluding with somebody. We did it.
Yay!
And we fly off past the sunset towards the starry night. Content with a job well done and a stream well streamed.
One of however many.
Well, let's see. There are 3 on the OG PSX. There are 3 on the PlayStation 2. There are 2 on the PlayStation Portable. There's 1 on the Xbox 360 and 1 on the PlayStation 4. Well, there's 2 on the Xbox 360, but I'm not going to bother to play Assault Horizon.
Yeah.
Isn't Bandai biggish in toys themselves? That is true, At this time, Bandai and Namco had not yet merged. I think that merger happened like... It happened this century, I think. Let's see. Bandai Namco formed on March 31st, 2006, following a corporate merge between Namco and Bandai on September 29th of the previous year. So it's been Bandai Namco for about the better part of 2 decades, but back in the day, back in the before time, 20 years before that, it was Namco. Well, oh look, extra is up there in parentheses. Wonder what that's about.
110.
1P game mode.
Hard mode.
Sure, why not?
No.
I mean, that is a good question. What exactly happens if we take it another loop around?
You are the cream of the world.
Nope, it's just starting us fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So, who knows? I'll look it up and see if there's any more content. But if there isn't, we're probably just going to move on to Ace Combat 2. Let's view the aircraft.
Well, they make you start from scratch.
Yes.
Yep.
You can have. Oh no.
Nope. They...
You start with some new ones.
Some?
It
Where
looks
you
like...
only get to pick one, I'm guessing. But it looks like these are all of them.
Yeah, that's every playable aircraft as far as I can tell. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Questions for later, but our time has come, so I would like to thank everybody very much for joining us. It's really nice to have everybody here for the inaugural game of a series that I love very, very much, and I'm really excited to be able to share it with all of you. So please stay tuned. We might have one more of these if I determine there's anything else worth showing off, but otherwise we're probably going to go to Ace Combat 2. And in the meantime, who can we...
N is working on some watercolors. So we'll send on over to her and go from high...
We'll go from high octane to
high
low
octane
key.
to low key. Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to say. So thank you all for coming, and we'll probably be back on Sunday with more XCOM.
Yep. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining us, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
This is an evaluation of your...
Ready? Break now!